it starts right now.
It starts
Okay.
right now. Welcome back to the channel, dear viewer, the Tokyo Podfathers podcast. We are back again with another bout of seasonal impressions, the never-ending content mill. And this season is, I think, it's like the most sequel-y season we've ever had.
Okay.
There's a lot of sequels.
Okay. My energy is off today, but that does not mean anything about this season. It is not indicative of how I feel about the season, because this season may be the best season of all time.
You're just saying that because you
Damn.
got your new favorite show
Well,
of all
yes,
time.
that would generally be the criteria for what defines a good season for
That's
me.
the only reason.
There are
because of season.
there are 3 or 4 shows this season that are airing that I'm saying, yes, this is basically the best show ever. This was made for me.
Oh yeah.
Look at this guy having a new favorite of all time every season.
Look at this guy.
I can't believe it.
Enjoying
I can't believe
media.
I can't believe I am at my most peak cynical in my entire life, and yet I'm finding so many wonderful things to enjoy.
Turns
Although,
out
you know,
Hikaru was
it's
just
actually-
a phase.
It's actually funny because there isn't a 10 out of 10 this season. I'm going to say that.
There's
Nothing's
7,
as-
9.
Nothing is as good as Ninkoro this season, but there are a lot of very
Hikaru
good.
was
It's
just a
actually
phase. I guess I feel differently. I think there is a lot of very watchable shows, but I'm not as positive as I was about the last season.
Wow, Whoops is a hater.
I
Yes.
think it's an above average season, definitely. So
Certified hater.
You're an above average season.
Thank
I-
you.
yeah.
It was like when
it's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should hear what he says about you in private, in secret, when you're not here. Like when I
Horrible.
posted my list of like very short list of stuff I had started. That's when I realized it's like, okay, City is the only new thing. Everything else is like a follow up. So like usually we save the sequels for the end. Like we try to do the new stuff first and then the sequels at the end. But this time there's like, nah, there's no way. It's like there's so little new stuff and everything else.
Yeah,
It's
if
just,
we'd save the sequels to the end, we'd have an end segment that is as long or longer than everything that came before, I imagine.
which somehow I think is almost always true anyway. Like we end up going very long by the end, even though that's when we're supposed to wrap it up quickly. That's usually how it goes. So let's
How that
try.
goes, I guess.
Let's try not to do that today, he said, doing it again. And let's just get right into it. First show, we have the big one of the season, Dandadan 2.
Dun, 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 dun.
We'll never forget the first OP. This one is very good too, though.
I mean, it's an impossible bar to clear, right? The first OP, so
Oh, yeah.
anything's gonna look pale in comparison.
It's iconic. But this one is also extremely good. I am a infamous OP skipper. I almost never watch the OP more than once for any show. Unless it's real good. I'm watching this one every time.
See, I get that when you're like binging something, you're not gonna be watching it like 3 times within an hour. But seasonally, I feel like you can spare those 90 seconds.
But usually they're just not very good. I think I used to do it all the time for every show, and then a show broke me. That show was called Comic Girls. It's old now. And that had just the most whatever OP of all time. And that's when I realized maybe they're not all created equal. Maybe sometimes they're just there because they have to be. Nobody had a mission when they made it.
I'll concede that for a lot of, like, at least 50% of shows, you're not gonna lose.
There's a lot of slop
potential.
who they just have an OP and it's 90 seconds because it has to be. And then you have stuff like this where it's like, this is art. It's a movie on its own.
Hell yeah.
And they get like a song made custom for it. And it's like, they've just nailed it. Put in a lot of effort.
What the hell are we talking about?
that this show has a good OP.
Did you just mentally check out for like 3 minutes?
No.
Moss is Dandadan talking.
Dandadan.
But we have only just begun. Kill me. No.
Dandadan's a great show.
Dandadan is a great show.
It is.
I want to categorize this show as something. It's something that I feel is a new type of series where it kind of incorporates its own consequences into the plot in a much more absurd and extreme way than normal.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I don't know. It's just like it constantly takes things in different and weird and unexpected directions based on the things that have already happened.
Right.
But I don't know how to explain those.
I think I get it though. So like something crazy will happen, and it's like, okay, they set this up. I think what you're talking about is called foreshadowing. It's a literary device.
No, not really.
I feel like what Moz means more is that, like I think we talked about something similar with Ninkoro, where everything feels like it has a lasting presence in the show.
Because Ninkoro is actually exactly what I was thinking.
I was also thinking of what you told me about Ninkoro, where like a character will be killed and then later someone will miss them, and it's like, oh, it wasn't just they killed Kenny. It meant something.
And Ninkoro, it's sort of like a one-off gag that starts becoming lasting, and this is more. It is building narrative more actively, and not just having sudden gags have a surprising, lasting presence. But I do see what you
like in this season.
Even sort of the things that start as weird gags. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, our time zones are completely fucked. I should also turn off my VPN. Give me a second. You keep going.
So as I was saying, like weird things about like weird enemies they encounter that might seem like one-off things for an episode do sort of come back in a way, but I think in a sense it's also just the fact that the show takes weird things as very core parts of its narrative. Things that would be gags in other shows are just part of the ethos of Dandadan, I guess. So whatever word you want to apply.
So my example that I was going to use is how the volcano erupts, and that's now part of the plot. It's like at first they were just dealing with exorcising some spirits, and then they turned into this giant fucking hellscape underneath this house, and then they turned into a fucking volcano erupting, and it's like, and they have to deal with this. They actually have to solve all of these problems without, the volcano destroying the town and shit like that.
In a lot of in lesser shows, it would be like not necessarily a lesser show, but it could just have been a non sequitur, right? It's like, oh shit, the volcano erupted, end. But no, here's like, oh shit, disaster management. We have to put it out. We have to fix this. Also, it turned out that they were right. The worm was stopping the volcano. Or was it? Who fucking knows? All I knew is that Mongolian death worm, like when it did the throat singing music, I don't know if it was it doing it or just the show putting the music on to be cool. It reminded me of Sabikui Bisco, if you remember that show.
Never heard of that.
It's fairly recent. It's like a year ago, maybe a little more.
2 years.
2 years.
Maybe 3 years, actually.
And it had like this insane like insert whenever action was happening. It's like Mongolian throat singing metal thing. It's so fucking rad. It was great. What a great show.
That's like the like Mad Max.
Mad Max, right? With mushrooms, and he's like an archer.
Right.
Got the thing. And people have like this weird rust disease. I want more of that, by the way. Great show. Bring it back, please.
I just like how weird Dandadan is, but it's very much its own brand of weird that doesn't feel forced in its oddness. Like obviously there's alien and spirit stuff, but even within that topic, it has its very own like style of alien and style of yokai.
And they're all based off of quote unquote real yokai.
Sure, but I don't know. It's hard to put a finger on it, but they all have their own weird vibe and presence that feels very distinctly Dandadan.
Yeah. It's also like Gigi reference. Gigi growing up. Like I remember being a little annoyed because he's another one of these like Zenitsu like characters. He comes in later than the rest and it's like high energy, very loud. Now it's like, oh, he's a sad boy. He's like real sad. And he gets the saddest ghost of them all. He gets the child sacrifice suicide ghost. Hell yeah.
Like the show's so weird, but then suddenly it just pulls out that
like it'll just show a 5-minute montage of children finding their dead parents. Like what the fuck?
I just like how this is like the only show where you can have a character that has powers based on like a dying child, and then his power is just like football, just kicking around spheres of energy like a football player.
It matches though, because like Gigi is a soccer fan, and the little kid, all he wanted to do was play with his friends. So it's like
sure. It makes sense.
It all adds up.
It makes sense within Dandadan's weird little world, but then just to see him like jumping around, kicking a soccer ball into his enemies, just feels like that weird sense of Dandadan's.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what's his fighting style gonna be? Oh, of course, it's soccer, I guess.
He's the coolest fucking guy.
He's so
bad. I love him so much.
He's also just fucking ripped. Like his design when he's possessed is fucking sick. Like they're all just bangers. They look so good.
I will say I normally dislike the Zenitsu like characters, but Gigi kind of worked for me from the start, just because it feels like he's only doing it like to either make himself laugh, because he just thinks it's funny and doesn't care what other people think, or to make Momo laugh. Feels very like he knows it's stupid, but he's having fun with it.
Oh, Sinris was summoned by the mention of Bisco. That's right. Sinris was another Bisco stan.
Bisco, isn't that a gravy?
No, I think that's a bisque, like a lobster bisque.
That might be what I'm.
Like the doll we're about to talk about later, the bisque doll.
Bisco doll.
Sabakui Bisco doll.
I mean, Dandadan pretty much. If you liked season 1, season 2 is going to be.
What you love. It's more. I did try picking up the manga. I find it hard to read, so I'm just going to rely on the adaptation not taking a nosedive later on.
I wonder how the action scenes work in the manga, because they're just so smooth and well choreographed in the anime.
I think that's kind of where it lost me, maybe. It's like I find them hard to follow. I should maybe just give it... When this season is done, I'll give it another go, I guess. But why would I? The adaptation looks crazy good. It's super well made. So why would I not just stick with that unless I'm like really impatient?
Yeah, I also don't think I've heard anyone say anything negative about this adaptation that was familiar with the source material. So
no, I mean it's such a fantastic representation of the source material. I feel it's like it elevates it. It does what anime is supposed to do. It takes the source material and elevates it.
I'll always trust Sai and Saru to make a good adaptation.
They're just cooking. They're so good.
They are just cooking.
Which I forget the order of this. Just a sec. I'm so we do this every 3 months. I forget how to do anything. All right. Anything else to say about this?
Big order.
No, not
big order.
Gigi reference. Oh yeah, there was. Talking about him being a Zenitsu clone. It's like so funny. Like all these other shows that have Zenitsu clones, I don't like them. So like, what's it called? The other witch show, Witch Watch, has the loud bird boy. And then Sakamoto Days has one, I think. I'm kind of
not really.
No, it just had the loud. They had the sniper guy who's so obnoxious.
It has the blonde guy with short hair who kind of looks like it.
Yeah, but he's not it. Like he's cool. That's the main character, right?
Yeah.
I feel like calling these guys Zenitsu clone is giving Zenitsu credit. I feel like this like annoying childhood friend.
I think he, at least for me, he was like the cementation of that archetype, the really loud annoying side character that comes in. And what I wanted to say is that in these other cases, I don't like them, and Smurf does like them. In this case, he does not like Gigi, and I do like Gigi, so I don't know what is so different about it. I guess he's just a cool guy. Speaking of cool guys and bisques, Dress Up Darling sees... Oh my god, the title is too long. You can't see what number season it is because of our heads. It's season 2.
Our heads are too big.
How are they going to know that this girl has a second season?
It's so
Dress
great.
Up Darling. What do people actually call this show? Do people really call it Dress Up Darling?
I call it Bisque Doll.
I would call it Dress. I would call it Dress Up Darling.
I feel bad for normies who don't use my anime list to get the Japanese names of the anime they watch.
My Dress Up Darling, but the other one.
Can you believe it? There are so many people these days who watch anime and they don't have my anime list accounts, so they don't know the Japanese names.
Oh,
Can you believe this is the world we live in?
I'm so jealous of them, not having to. The lion does not concern himself with the with the proper names of anime.
I can't believe there are anime fans who are not terminally online. And they are watching anime about people with obsessions that are usually characteristic of terminally online people, except these are not terminally online people. Now, they are just normal.
Actually, that is something I wanted to get to. But first, I just wanted to speak to the image I chose as the background here, because I think that this is like the most perfect encapsulation of the show. I don't think any show has represented itself better than this. Like the caring boyfriend feeding sick girlfriend in a room just covered in big titty waifu posters, but they're hers. they belong to the normie girlfriend. Well, they're not dating yet.
But... we say normie girlfriend even though she's an erotic cosplayer.
Right. But she presents as the extrovert, normal, not a freak type, right? She's the... I mean, of the two, he's definitely more normal than her, but he's like the shy introvert, so he thinks he's a freak.
Well, he's also weird because he has a hobby where he makes dolls or whatever.
Who would paint?
I've only seen 2 episodes of the first season, of this, so I don't fucking know. Why am I talking about this?
Who would have a hobby where they paint tiny miniatures? Not me. Also, tiny miniatures. That is 2 of the same word. I don't know the word term for that.
Tiny miniatures.
Well, I do have a very big one next to me.
Large miniature, the size of a small miniature.
I have a very large miniature next to me right now.
It's a large miniature.
But that's because it's supposed to represent a thing that's like 4 stories tall. So, yeah, whatever. Who would paint little dolls? Definitely not me, but we will never get an anime about how a person who plays Warhammer can be cool. He's only cool for doing his hobby because it's like traditional Japanese art. Anyone else would be a fucking nerd.
Can you imagine the fucking anime that's basically this show, but instead of Marin being into erotic cosplay and weep stuff, she's into Warhammer.
Oh my god.
A Hikaru Warhammer show.
Oh my god. Please. I would love that. She has to dress up as a space marine. They get her stilts so she's like 10 feet tall. Anyway. This show is awesome. Well, it's good.
It weirdly is.
It looks awesome. And I have a theory about that. And it comes back to what you were saying about having a very normie, quote unquote, audience. Cloverworks knows what they have here. They know how big this show is with the non-weeb crowd, I think.
Is it?
I think it is.
I never got the sense that it's very big with the non-weeb crowd. I specifically get the sense that it's very big with the weeb crowd.
Well, I think it's very popular within the casual weeb crowd.
Right.
Sure.
Like people who watch anime, but not people who watch a lot of anime.
People who watch anime on Netflix. Who don't torrent everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
Would watch this. And I think Cloverworks knows that they're sitting on like probably the most popular like recent, I guess, romance thing. And I think this show, despite being like a straight romance, I believe it attracts a lot of like food for Joshis as well, because it's about like a very niche hobby thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the core. It gets at like such core parts of the community and the fandom and anything that's around it, but also in a way that feels accessible to people who aren't like 1,600 anime deep and have gone to 40 conventions.
They have struck a extremely wide target audience with this show, and I think they're aware of that, so I think it's gonna keep looking like a movie forever. It looks so fucking good. It's so pretty.
The production in season 1 it's decent, but here, especially in the first episode, they just turn it up to a level where
it looks better than most movies.
Yeah, like who would have thought that like there's so many of these like hot girl introvert guy shows. And just from a distance, this is very much part of the slop of that type of show. To have this level of production,
it does get lumped in with those.
I mean, it is because it is one of those, right? It's the quiet nerd guy attracts for no reason the most pretty girl at school, but for somehow it feels more, I guess, genuine, more authentic in a way.
There is a reason. They actually do have natural interests.
Yes.
They do, but that's I mean, you could just write that in all the others. That's just writing.
Yeah, well, all the others don't have that writing. That's the thing.
I don't know why don't people just write better?
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah, for real. It would be so easy. Like, okay, this guy's a gamer. Oh, she's also a gamer, and then you get the show called Gamers.
That's the yeah, but that is kind of like the thing that makes this work so with such a wide appeal compared to those other girlfriend shows, which are just sort of gooner bait, I guess, if you want to use that word.
Which again, this also is like the titties are so big.
Yes. It's both things. It's gooner bait, but at the same time, like the character chemistry and the believability of the cosplay culture and just the passion, I guess, that they bring into it. It just works somehow.
Yeah. Probably, I think part of it is like the person who's writing it. This all feels like someone's lived experience in a way, and almost certainly whoever wrote it has an interest in like putting together costumes and cosplay because it's so intricate. It has to be.
Yeah, and between the two leads, between Gojo's ability to like make them and pay attention to like the fabric and the makeup and all that stuff, and at the same time Marin's sort of interest in portraying the essence of a character and stuff. That all feels very genuine, even if it's about like porn games characters.
More like the essence of a character.
This guy, for fuck's sake. But then again, like we kind of said the same thing when Dungeon Meshi was going. It's like, oh, I'm sure whatever, like Ryuko, also Ryuko Kui is the writer. Everybody was like,
Ryuko Matoi.
Everybody was like, oh, she has to be like a D&D nerd and probably also autistic because the characters are so autism coded and blah blah blah. And then they did the interview with her. Everybody got mad because she was like, no. I just wrote the main character to be kind of weird, and no, I don't play D&D. So it's just like, what the fuck? Everybody got so mad. But yeah, that was a great interview. It was so funny. But
I will say, like in this show, if you put Marin's character on paper, you'd be like that person doesn't exist. It's like too idyllic. But like one, they make it believable, and two, I do kind of know people that are like 80% in that territory of weird crossover between like like popular culture, face value, not literally Gyaru, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But also like being really into like weird porny anime stuff. So
yes,
in that sense, it's like, yeah, I can imagine this person existing, especially with the way she's portrayed in the show itself. They make it feel believable and connected to very much existing parts of the culture and its weird overlap with normie seeming things.
And like Salty says in the chat, women really love Marin. I think a lot of like female anime fans are happy to finally see a representation that, oh, here's like a girl who's a fucking freak, but in her own way. She's a nerd too. She's not just in love with the nerdy guy. Actually, she's nerdier than him in some ways.
Women want to fuck him. Guys want to be... Wait, sorry, other way around.
Fish, fear me.
Girls want to... Yeah.
Teach a man fish for lifetime. Teach man cook.
I also love how like genuine and with no sense of shame or judgment the show approaches all of these things, even from cosplay itself to crossplay and or weird porny things. Like anything on the spectrum is
this has
celebrated.
Crossplay? That's cool. I didn't know it was on PS5 and Xbox.
You can watch it on all platforms. There's like a scene, I think it's in the first or second episode of the second season, where they just go to a like a store with I think it's like makeup or female clothing, and the store owner thinks that it's Gojo.
Oh yeah.
To like buy these clothes for him to wear himself, like a bunny girl suit. This old man is just like goes through his entire thing in his head, like,
well, it is current year. Don't judge.
Yeah, it is current year. Don't judge. And he just approaches it with such like genuine appreciation and love for like, look at this guy just being himself, even though that's absolutely not what's going on.
Well,
that is sort of like this sort of get at the mentality of the show, where it's just celebrating the entire spectrum of it. And
there's kind of another like there's the other thing, which is the series is done. Like the manga is finished. A lot of time manga get made, no, not manga, anime get made as like a sales vehicle for a thing that's currently like being pushed. This is done. Like you could just go read the rest.
Yeah.
So, and I do wonder how many seasons are left, like in terms of content. Like, will this get?
Clue.
There's like, as far as I remember, there's like 2 or 3 like really big story beats left, and so probably 4 seasons. Like 2, like this and 2 more, I think would be it.
I think it can definitely. There's definitely good chances that we're getting there with this show.
And the ending is peak, so it's worth hanging out. It's worth sticking with it. Unlike something else we're talking about later that also just finished. So anyway,
I have no idea what you're talking about, so we'll leave that.
Neither do I.
We'll get to it. Okay.
That's something called foreshadowing.
It's a literary device. All right. Next up is a YouTube show called Food Court de Mata Ashita.
I didn't even know this was a YouTube show.
Atelier Pont. No, I meant you.
The show that
YouTube.
us two are watching.
Yes.
Oh.
Just when I said it, I realized it sounded like YouTube.
It's exactly what I was thinking.
It's a show U2. No, that's the band. Yes. Fuck. It's the show. Why is English like this?
Why? We have Food Court with the key visual for the silent witch on the screen.
Oh, whoops. Whatever. They look similar enough.
They do not look similar at all. Like, these two shows are vastly different.
They're the same show, basically.
Damn it.
Yeah, if you've seen one, you've seen both.
It's like I try something new. I knew I'd goof it somewhere. I'm pretty sure the rest are correct, though.
You are sabotaging our appreciation for Food Court by inserting your silent witch propaganda.
I don't even watch it. Witch watch. Silent witch watch.
Well, you were paid to propagandize it and you didn't even watch it. It's unbelievable.
It's true.
This is a show about 2 characters talking.
Yes.
And that's it.
Dropped. Next.
It's a great yap.
It's the ultimate yap. Watching this show just sometimes really settles into your head.
Yappers.
It feels like you're watching. I know at least 3 Discord servers that feel very much like this show in a good way, I guess, but like funnier, I guess. The show is funnier. It's just such like tangential bullshit yapping between 2 characters. Just full banter. It's like Seinfeld, like the Seinfeld scenes where they just sit in a diner and talk for like 20 minutes about nonsense. That's this show, and it's fucking great. It's so good.
Yeah, it's these 2 characters who obviously go to the same school. They just meet up at a food court after school, and they just talk about stuff. And that really is what the show is. And the appeal is that both of them are what I would call casually weird.
Yes.
Where they're just like, honestly, they're just kind of people at the end of the day. Like, they're really not that interesting or anything. But also they could go on a long time about whatever it is that they think about, or at least the smaller girl can. I don't know their fucking names.
Wada.
So Wada, she's basically, she comes off like the silent introverted type, and she usually does that around other people, but she's actually extremely talkative. Whoops, what?
Nothing.
I'm not whoops.
I mean, oops.
Okay. Oops.
That's about it. And then then her friend is the Gyaru type, except she just happens to look like that. She's not really a Gyaru.
Yeah, she did like. That's a different. Now we got the picture on screen.
There we go.
Yeah, Wada is like, she's like kind of you know those people that will just go off on like rants for 10 minutes.
No, I know no one like this.
About their,
I don't know a single person.
We all know.
We all do they know?
As if I don't do that.
Yes. So that type of person, that's basically, I've never seen that type of person better personified in an anime character than with Wada. She'll just enter the scene and start yelling about some shit she encountered at school or online, and they are just fucking. I'm gonna pull out Seinfeld again, but she's like George. I guess it's like George from Seinfeld as an anime character.
And you give me shit about making old references all the time. What is this? What the hell?
You're an old reference, Seinfeld.
Jerry.
Seinfeld
anyway.
is too old for whoops. That's a reference I should be making.
Yeah, we're like 2 years apart.
Are we? Then why don't you ever get the stuff I reference?
Because the stuff you reference is like obscure cartoons from Denmark.
Megas XLR was available worldwide, and it was a great show.
And contemporary VTubers, or that's like.
Well, those are available to you also. There's no reason for you. And Uma Musume, don't forget.
But yeah, it's really hard to describe this show because the concept is just like 2 sentences. Just these 2 girls meet in the food court and then just yap for 20 minutes. I even struggle to think.
Okay. So is that the format? Because it's called "See You Tomorrow" in the food court. Is it just them meeting up in food court every day and talking?
Yes.
Basically.
Oh, that sounds pretty nice. It's like a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's colorful looking. I love the character designs. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, the facial expressions are great, but it is very dynamic. It is like almost like a 2-person stand-up type thing, like Manzai or whatever.
Oh, the one where the straight man.
Yeah, kind of.
This show is doing Teppen way better than Teppen did Teppen.
Remember Teppen?
Basically.
11 exclamation marks.
Great OP.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, not great, but solid OP. This also has a solid OP, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah, it does.
The
OP is basically just it's basically just the 2 characters doing TikTok dances for 90 seconds.
Well, there's not much else you can do with the show, considering it's two characters and 1 setting.
They could be eating, playing with their food.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's a show you'll have to just watch to sort of get a sense of its sense of humor and how dynamic it really is. Because from description, it's hard to convey. But it's just like putting two great characters in a room and writing great comedic dialogue between them and having that work to the extent that you can make a 20-minute episode out of it and have it never get old. Like I could watch 2 episodes in a row of this easily without getting bored, despite it being so minimal in its actual content. And that's saying something about the strength of the humor and the characters, I guess.
Damn, you could watch 2 episodes in a row without getting sick of it?
I mean, more like considering how basic it sounds, I guess I could watch 5 in a row. That's the point.
Yeah. No, I get you. It's just funny. It's like, I can watch 2 episodes in a row and not lose interest. This show 10 out of 10.
Sure. I guess in hindsight that doesn't sound like a very impressive statistic.
No, but I get it.
To clear.
I get it.
I mean, more like like considering there's not much going on visually and there's not a lot of variety in like characters on screen or settings, it never really gets old within 20 minutes or even 40 minutes or 60 minutes or however long you stretch it, just because of the strength of the dialogue.
Yeah, it's good. All right, what else are we talking about?
We're also talking about Panty and Stocking with You Can't Read It for Our Faces. Garter Belt 2. It's new Panty and Stocking. It's back. That's fucking crazy. Are we all watching this?
This is related to the
I am not.
What's the well fuck. I was gonna use its alternative title that it gave itself.
Oh, Brief and Chuck with something.
Yeah, Brief and Chuck with Garter Belt.
With Garter Belt.
I like how on screen it looks like it's new Panty and Stocking with Dr. Hoops.
With us.
With us.
With Trigger.
Featuring.
Yeah, no, it's back. Nobody thought it would ever be, but here it is. How fucking crazy is that? And it's
15 years. That's crazy.
And it's just like we remember it. I was about to look it up. Like, when did the first one come out?
I am not watching this because I generally find Studio Trigger comedy insufferable.
Yeah, 15 years.
But I might check it out.
Now, anecdote. I dropped Panty and Stocking the first time I tried watching it because I found it obnoxious. Which it is. But entirely on purpose, I realize. It was like watching... It sounded like when kids first learn a swear word and they won't stop saying it. So just saying fuck a million times. Yeah, it's like when people do fan dubs or like abridged versions of anime and they just can't stop swearing and it's just not as funny as they think it is. But then you weather the storm and it's actually pretty great. It worked out on the second watch.
That is basically what this kind of series has the humor of.
A little bit. But it's
like
also...
it's not necessarily like internet-based humor, but it is still like, I don't know how to describe it.
Like
you know what? Never mind. Ignore whatever I just said.
No, it is true. It is memes. It also is internet-based. Like episode 3 has very like blatant reference to Mandalorian. Like the samurai trainer, it's just called Manda and he looks like Mandalorian and he has baby Yoda, but it's a dog. And the vignette ends with also a reference to Ugandan Knuckles. The guy
sounds horrible.
Do you know the way? Yeah, but it's not like they don't do the plot of the Mandalorian. It's like it's always they have to go kill a ghost and some shit happens. So this is like, okay, we have spotted a ghost in a samurai dojo and they go there and the guy just looks like Mando because he just does because Trigger thought that would be funny. And it's all right. Like it's just really solid and it's not for everybody. Like the humor is abrasive. But very much, it's like, I
would say this is sorry. I totally cut you off just so I could
No, you go ahead.
Form sentences. It's basically anime's own version of South Park. That's what Panty and Stocking is.
I was thinking South Park, but like early South Park. They don't really do it this way anymore.
I guess
well,
South
Are you sure? South Park's pretty in the news these days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's like the hard cuts and like really like it's like I keep coming back to that word. I think that it's like it is abrasive, like it's shocking.
It's offensive. That's the word.
It's offensive.
It's meant to be offensive.
But at some point, it's like that just stops working.
It's why I hate Trash Taste so much, because they would often joke about this myth about anime girls never shitting or some shit like that. Panty and Stocking established this in 2010. They do. They say fuck. They have sex.
Yeah, but only.
Sorry, I had to break it to you this way.
But only these ones.
No, they represent all of anime waifus,
I guess. Yeah, these.
So does it have that like avalanche of like energy and jokes that I sort of that you might associate with like trigger comedies? Like, is it that because they tend to be like very fast, like 10 jokes
it's very fast and it's very loud, hard cuts.
No, the humor is more in the visual style.
Yes,
where like it has its own weird style and it likes kind of breaking the rules of however it appears to be, for lack of a better word.
That's just Trigger, though. They did that in Kill La Kill as well.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like that kind of style where like characters turn into objects and just slide around on the screen.
Or like Ryuko would turn around by literally her 2D model would flip in place.
But that's kind of the joke in
that's what they do, and it works, and it's funny, and it's great, and yeah, it's just good. I think it's episode 2 or 3 starts out with because that's kind of the other thing I like about it, is that it has this vibe of like a Scooby-Doo kind of thing, like that kind of structure where every episode is chopped up into like little chapters, and it's always like, oh hey, we found a new monster for you to kill, here's the situation, and then they resolve it in 10 or 20 minutes. It's like a serialized cartoon in that way. There is a continuity behind it, but it also just, it's all like broken up into segments, which is also nice. And the last segment in the 3rd episode, because that one has 3. There's like a 10-minute one where they play Magic the Gathering. Like that's the whole setup of that episode, is that Panty owes $3 trillion. So they find Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it's worth $3 trillion. So she has to win it in a game of Magic the Gathering.
That's because that's what the Blue Eyes White Dragon is from, of course.
Well, but it's not Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's Blue Eyes White Uncle. And the game is called like Uncle the Gathering or something. So it's a mix of. It's just a joke about TCG cards being too expensive and the game being nonsense.
I can't believe this meta series has meta humor like that.
This all these descriptions are invoking something that I just cannot place, but like a different Pop Team Epic. That's the sense I'm getting.
Pop Team Epic isn't a bad comparison, I guess.
No, it's not. Like Pop Team Epic has a lot less like dicks and vaginas, and that's cussing, but not that
more
much.
in terms of energy. And
I think this shit post energy is like, it's less than Pop Team Epic, but it's there. They definitely make shit posts, because that was the last thing I want to talk about from episode 3.
Pop Team Epic is also just like really abstract and almost kind of doesn't have a point to it.
So in the 3rd segment of the 3rd episode, they do like a 6 or 7 minute Fast and the Furious joke about like the cum rag next to Panty's bed. Like she just got done fucking, and then it like super close up zooms into the cum rag, and there's like the whole plot of a Fast and the Furious movie happening in there, and that's the episode.
What?
Yes.
What?
And it looks like shit. Like it looks super cheap. But that's part of the joke, I guess. It's a ridiculous show, and I'm happy that it's back. Oh, and the Demon Sisters are more like permanent part of it now. They live with them. Scanty and knee socks.
Good for them.
Good for them. I like them.
Yeah, I like them too because they're hot.
They're very hot. So who's your favorites? Is it still Stalking?
It is, of course, still Stalking.
Of course it's still Stalking. Who do you
Which
like?
one's Stalking?
It's the purple hair.
The goth one.
The goth one.
I guess looking at this picture, that's probably the one I like the most. Like how she has
the round one.
A dead cat in her hands.
It's just a plushie.
Yeah.
But there is something funny about different, like, because season 1 ends on like on purpose, like a cliffhanger that was never meant to be resolved. It was just like supposed to be a shock moment, and then the end, nevermore. So it's like, well, how do they come back from that? That was such a crazy reveal, and then they solve it in like no time at all. In episode 1.
Character in this show called Rock Briefers.
Rock Briefer. Well, they all have silly names. Who's Rock Briefers?
I don't know. I'm just seeing it on the
yeah. That's the nerd guy. That's Geek Boy. That's what they call him. His name is just Brief. And there's Chuck and Brief and Garter Belt. Yeah, so Femitron. Just looking at the cast list is insanity.
You see, the joke is that they are all garments of underwear.
Yes, I got that.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Just like in Dragon Ball, Bulma's entire family.
Demon knee socks.
She's named after bloomers. They have a kid named Brief and Trunks.
Oh.
And then the Son Goku family is all like, it's food. It's Gohan and Raditz.
Like Scanty.
Basically everybody.
She looks fun.
Basically everybody in that is named after a food.
Vegeta. Saiyans are named after food. And Bulma's family is named after underwear.
Korean characters are named after German verbs.
Panty is a better character, but Stalking is hotter. Stalking is a better character because she's hotter.
I would agree with that. Like, the show definitely tries to make Panty more of a character. They focus on her a lot.
I mean, looking at these pictures, Scanty Demon looks like the hottest character.
I love the Demon Sisters, but I think Knee Socks, because she's like the stalking of the demons, I guess.
They make Panty more of a character because Brief is in love with her. Stalking can't have a love interest because she's my wife.
That's true. She's married to food. She loves snacking.
No, she's married to fucking me.
Okay. Okay, buddy. I should take this away. There we go. I like the glasses demon lady. That's Knee Socks, I believe, because she works at the TCG store just for no reason. She just works there.
Oh, great.
She's
just for the love of the game.
She's just cool like that. It's like Brief and Panty go there to get a job, and then she turns up later and she just already works there.
Nice.
So that's hilarious.
We love women in the workforce.
Yes. Speaking of women in the workforce, Call of the Night. The hottest woman in any workforce.
Yeah, I was about to say, speaking of hot women, this is a show that fucking knows how to draw hot women. Jesus fucking Christ.
This artist peaked with Hotaru, and then he's made a lot of close seconds ever since.
Yeah, he still hasn't topped Hotaru.
Hotaru is just like the perennial most hottest character ever made.
Although I think about topping Hotaru. Anyway, this show is amazing.
Got him.
I was surprised by how much I liked it. I remember like watching season 1 and enjoying it, but then these first few episodes of season 2, I've definitely been re-exposed, I guess, to how much I like this show.
Yeah,
good.
I had forgotten how much the show is like about the nature of love, falling in love, and that's nice.
It's also just peak yapping. Like it is just
Oh my god. I don't know. What is it about vampire shows? They just talk all the fucking time. This and Monogatari. Can't
Well,
show
this
up.
has a lot of Monogatari staff.
It does.
Yes.
This is the director of Monogatari, or at least like Monogatari pre-Owari, I think.
What's his fucking problem? Whatever it
He
is,
does not
don't
have a
fix
problem.
Whatever it is, don't fix it. Because this is great.
No problem to be found.
Yeah, this show, like I said, I didn't realize I liked it so much, but just the characters, I forgot so many of them. I didn't forget Anko because she's the hottest character of the season.
That's the detective, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
The lady on your.
I hate her gloves. They're ridiculous, but at the same time, perfect for how she acts.
I like how she's wearing like reverse. I like how she's wearing like a reverse archery gloves.
Right. They're the most tuney gloves you could find, of any type.
Yeah, I love a Tunibia woman.
But also like characters like the two childhood friends of the protagonist, even just Nazana and Ko themselves. I forgot how like actually fun their presence is, I guess, and how good the dialogue is, and how vibes the show is. These are just characters you want to hang out with. I just want to hang out with all these characters. They're so fucking good.
I also want to be a vampire. Why can't I be a cool vampire?
Yeah, why can't I be a cool vampire /
It's
vampire
not fair.
Slayer?
I stay up all night all the time. Where's my hot vampire GF?
And if I was a vampire, I wouldn't be wasting my time because I would be immortal.
I mean, that would be good. I mean, yeah, the show, like from its start, sort of evokes this sense of it's cooler to be awake at night because that's when all the cool people are awake. And I mean, I can't fault it for how it delivers that because all these people are so fucking cool.
I mean, at the same time, though, they also often show like the street level, and it's just a bunch of drunk assholes falling over.
That's true.
It's also where all the least cool people are awake.
Sure. I love that they have like the same three drunk guys. They
same
cut back
drunkards.
to like once every other episode, just completely in their own world. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. This show just knows how to make characters that have a presence, and also just does it in so many different ways.
I like that the vampire group are like using these two as entertainment.
Yes.
Because it's so rare for them to see Nasana take an interest in anybody, and now this whole thing, her having trouble talking about romance and him never having been in love before, they're just like all giddy about it. Plus, it has the ticking clock of when it's like you have to turn within a year, or otherwise it's just like from the first time you're bitten, you have a year to be turned. Otherwise, they just kill you because you can't go around being a normal human and know about vampires.
Yeah, and the show is so slow burn in actual developments in terms of narrative, but it doesn't feel slow. It always feels like there's something going on, and by the end of the episode, if you actually ask yourself, like, what actually happened this episode, basically nothing happened. But just because the dialogue is so good, and they sort of do end up exploring some things about these characters through dialogue, that it doesn't feel slow or lengthy. A lot like the Monogatari series manages to achieve. Obviously, that's an impossible bar to clear, but it's getting really close.
And interesting enough, they have this new development of the human friend. I forget his name, the blonde guy.
Yes,
being interested in a vampire of his own, and like they try to present it like, oh, now she has to admit she's a vampire, and he's gonna be all tortured about it. But it's all part of her game. She loves this. This is part of the hunt. It's like, will he find out? We don't know.
If you talk to her, you have the greatest mental breakdown of your entire life.
What? I don't remember that.
Wait, was that not the what was not the one? I thought we were talking about the vampire chick, the blonde guy was.
Yes. The unbelievably hot.
Oh, right. Whenever she talks to the main character, he has like this fight or flight response. Like he is like. he runs away because it feels like he can sense the predator vibes.
I'm just like, wait, I wasn't that intoxicated when I saw this. I didn't make up a completely random scene, did I?
No.
Where the main character just freaks the fuck out.
I had to get what we were talking about, because it's not like a mental breakdown. It's just like he senses the prowling intent of this. Like, he knows it's a monster, right?
It's not a mental breakdown. All he did was get scared shitless and run away impulsively.
He knows what she is.
Yeah, and she just has too much aura.
I know. I just don't think it's natural.
But it's also implied that she's like a step above all the other vampires, at least either more dangerous or more powerful or probably.
She has sired 50 vampires.
Yes, she's like the antagonist, I guess. But there's two antagonists in the show, and they are kind of against each other, and the characters are just in between it. Between the vampire hunter lady and the new vampire girl, which I guess would be the two antagonists for this season, because they're also seen in the OP one.
Yo, the OP. How about the OP? The first ever J Latin song.
Yeah, great. Creepy Nuts just continues to like surprise me with how they get weird, interesting new sounds into the medium.
I keep being surprised that is their name, Creepy Nuts.
Creepy Nuts.
Was like these fucking Japanese bands, like Bump of Chicken. Like, what does that mean? What the fuck are these names? But it's great. I think my favorite is still the people who made, I think, the ED for Skull-faced bookseller Honda-san, called the what was like Techno Boys Pullcraft Green Fund. Like the most
sure.
They don't make techno. There's just like really nice old guys playing soft rock.
I just like how it's like it all sounds so good as long as you don't think about the actual.
It's like surely they just found, we like the sound of these words. What do they mean? Literally nothing.
Some of them are good though. I think Asian Kung Fu Generation is genuinely
that's like
that's like an S tier band name.
That's a band name. That means something. You could see how they come up with it. Not Bump of Chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, it's fucking nonsense.
Yeah. Anyway, this OP is like a weird, like Latin, J Latin, I guess, or like Afrobeat type sound. That again weirdly works for the show. Even though,
unfortunately, I think the ED is absolutely freaking terrible.
I don't even recall it right now.
Yeah, same.
It just sounds horrible.
Is it also Creepy Nuts?
It is a Creepy Nuts song.
It hasn't stuck, so
damn.
Kind of been great. But yeah, Call of the Night, great show.
Good show.
I don't know what else to say about it.
Good show. Good times. Great feat.
Good.
You know what else is? You know what else is good and great? City, the animation.
It's. I can die happily. It finally. They did it. It's here. Nichijou season 2 is finally here.
We did it. We did it, guys.
We got it.
It's so awesome. Like,
it's
God,
so fucking funny.
Just watching anything Kyoto Animation brings a tear to my eye because it's all so carefully made. There's so much love in it. It makes me so happy just looking at the things they make.
Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is the most anticipated anime of my lifetime. like only rivaled by things like Steins Gate Zero. I'm serious.
I was about to say.
I have wanted this forever.
Nice.
I mean, I can absolutely understand that because there is nothing like Nichijou, and the only thing you're gonna get that's ever gonna be similar to Nichijou
is more Nichijou.
The same author and the same level of production. So that's always gonna be an itch that's never gonna be scratched, except for when something like City comes around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always said that if they never do Nichijou season 2, then I at least hope they adapt City. I hope that KyoAni adapts City someday, and they did it, and they did it in the. I guess they brought back the Nichijou style, but it's obviously been updated for 2025. It's a lot more colorful. The lines are a lot thicker. It's a lot more like advanced. Just within the first 90 seconds, you get the greatest cut of animation that has ever been created. It's just Kyoto Animation shitting all over the industry once
It's
again.
fucking insane. Like, they flex. Like, they have no reason to flex, but I appreciate they do it. It's so rude in a way. Just look what we can do, and you can't. Because you all make 5 series a year. We make one every 18 months. Look how well we can do it.
Nothing will ever beat just an insanely produced like slice of life or comedy show. Like, get the fuck out of here with your like action anime Sakuga. This is the shit we need to do.
Hype moments and aura type shit. Get out of here.
Yeah. Get the fuck out. Get that shit out of here. We get enough of that.
Get your Labubus out of here. We're here for City the animation. Just people fucking around.
Yeah, this is great. It is sort of the art style of Nichijou updated, but it also feels a lot more comic book like, I guess, in its effects and thick line work, and I love that.
Or just picture book, even.
Yeah, picture book. I guess that's a better word for it.
Oh yeah, I had a like, you're familiar with the source, right, Moz?
Actually, no. I do have a couple of volumes of it, but I never really read them.
Because I wanted to ask, because it feels, is it a 4-coma, like a 4-panel comic thing?
No.
Because that's
it's actually a surprisingly surprisingly straightforward series.
That is surprising, because it feels like every like 20 seconds is a punchline in the style that a 4-coma would be. Where it's
I mean, it does have a lot of different vignettes, which of course Nichijou was like as well. Although this series is a lot. The vignettes are a lot longer than Nichijou's. Nichijou felt like a collection of very, very short skits, essentially. Right. Whereas this one's a lot more interested in telling character stories, kind of like the second half of Nichijou.
Yeah. There's not like Nichijou will have like a 3 or 4 minute segment, and it feels like there's a joke every 5 seconds.
Right.
And this sort of doubles up both those time spans, where you have like a 10-minute segment and there's a joke every 15 seconds, but just like not literally, but that's sort of the vibe you get. Like, it's a bit more stretched out, and there's a bit more space between the jokes, which means it's less like an avalanche of just great comedy, and more like the timing becomes a bit more important. It's a bit more chill, which I really like. I still think Nichijou is great, but this is more my energy, I guess. It's still very similar, but just a tad more chill. And
it's so goddamn funny in its presentation and the timing of the whole. Like, when they drop the yakisoba or whatever it is into the bag, and then the punchline when trying to fix it is to just do it again. It's just a second portion. Dropping a second plate of food into the bag, and then the final punchline is it wasn't even the customer's bag. It was just this stupid coworker nobody likes.
Like, while watching it, I actually just found myself thinking, like, how can one author write so many like S-tier jokes within a single scene that in most other shows would be like the most memorable scene of the show, and here you just get like 5 of them an episode. It's so good. It's so funny.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Perfetto. It's fucking great. Yeah. So, new favorite of all time for Moz?
Basically, yeah.
Awesome.
Actually, not really.
We're gonna come back to the retro, and you dropped it.
I got bored.
It fell off after episode 5.
I'll never drop this. I will say that this one hasn't hit as well as Nichijou. It's because it just doesn't have the same explosive humor that Nichijou has. Well, it does. It's just not as fast as Nichijou, I guess. It's not quite as random, but it is a lot more.
Oh my god!
Thorough and thought out, I guess.
The clip Whoops just posted in chat.
It's my favorite joke.
It's so because she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go walk on the water with these things," and I'm thinking that'll never work, and it doesn't. She just goes straight in the water.
She just so confidently and so chillly makes like these fucking like raft shoes and just steps into the water and just slowly sinks.
Just sinks in because of course you would just sink in. This would never work. It's just God, so good.
It's like the flow and the timing and the visual of it. It's all so perfectly put together that only Nichijou or City can do.
Yeah, this is
perfection.
I'm so happy it's here. I've never even watched the first Nichijou. I'm talking like this is the second Nichijou. I just accepted. I've just accepted the premise that this is Nichijou 2. I should watch it. Like whenever this is done, I'll watch the first one.
The first
Nichijou is definitely a lot faster and snappier, and I think it's just going to be a preference of energies between City and Nichijou. But if you're going to like one, you're going to like the other.
I doubt that I would not like it.
Sure, it's just it's like which one is the 9 out of 10 and which one is a 10 out of 10 or like 8 and 9 out of 10.
They can split. Territory. They can split it. They can both be 5s.
But that's how are they gonna get split in 9
all together 10 out of 10? Well, it's season 1 and 2, right?
Right.
All right. Next up is another show that the two of you have watched. I gotta watch my phrasing. There we go. Hikaru ga Shinta Natsu by Umemusume Studios. Cygames Pictures.
Is Cygames really doing this one?
Yep. I did something different this time and went through and wrote the studios on all of these, and I was like, Cygames? So that's why GG and CC are watching it. It's not just because it's gay. It's also because
it's also very popular for what it's worth.
It's also the Uma studio.
So I will say I will drop the curtain by saying that I haven't actually watched this. I got 3 minutes in where I basically got to the plot reveal and then decided I'm going to watch this when it's done because I would rather binge it. So
I think
really get into it.
That is a vibe I get with this type of show. I think it's better binged.
Sure.
I've only seen
leaving me on an island here.
Yes.
Talk about the show.
It's just gonna be whoops.
I already feel like a comparison to this would be Summertime Rendering.
Yes.
Oh,
so
that's
but I didn't like Summertime Rendering, and I do like.
Interesting.
Get the fuck
but
out.
They are in similar territory. It's they both hit that vibe of like people we know have been replaced with clones.
Okay.
But where Summertime Rendering is kind of more in that sense of we know that these are like our enemies and they are just gonna destroy us at some point, and we need to figure out how the fuck to stop that. This show is very much about like the clone guy. He's just as far as you know as a viewer and as far as the characters know, he's fine just vibing and pretending to be a person for the most part, but he just sort of can't help himself but show his true nature in weird moments.
Yeah, so the premise of this series seems to be that there's this kid who died named Hikaru. Or actually, no, he went missing in the mountains for a week. And then he was found, but he has no memories of that. And it seems like everything's good, but his friend is caught on that he's not actually Hikaru. And it turns out that it's some kind of alien that has taken the body of Hikaru, but is trying to live as Hikaru. And he's doing and seemingly for beneficial reasons, not for nefarious reasons. At least based on the 3 minutes that I got into this.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen two episodes, and it feels more like the alien is sort of indulging in trying to be human, and he seems to be genuine about that, and he doesn't seem to have any ill intent. But then also can't really help it sometimes let his weird alien nature shine through. Like in the second episode, he just straight up asks the protagonist to basically like, I guess the only way I can describe it is like touch his hole, and he just opens a hole in his chest, and the protagonist like sticks his hand in there, and he starts. It's like weirdly sexual and intimate, and it's the alien just sort of being like,
put your whole hand in there.
Like the alien sort of starts thinking like, well, you know that I'm an alien, and clearly you're keeping up with it, so you're fine with that, and I'm just gonna indulge you in that whole presence of it.
That's the only bit I've seen, is that clip of him like having his whole hand guided into his chest and then like reaching up into his head. And that all felt extremely like yaoi. It all felt very yaoi coded. I thought this was just like it's like they're gay show.
yes, definitely. Both of these characters are like canonically like the real Hikaru and the protagonist.
Okay.
I think as far as you get the sense from the first 2 episodes, held like a secret.
Okay.
A yearning. Yes. And so the alien, since he also takes over the memories of the guy that went missing, he starts like copying those feelings in a way.
Okay.
And also is trying to fit that role again. And the protagonist is sort of indulging himself into the alien's attraction to him, I guess. So it's like weirdly uncomfortable about them indulging themselves in this relationship, both knowing that they are not actually, or that the alien is obviously not actually the real person, and he's just pretending to be that person. And that's sort of where the unsettling aspect of it comes from, at least in the first 2 episodes.
Okay, only 12 episodes.
Yeah, I struggled to get a sense of where this is going to go for 10 remaining episodes, but the setup that it's established in the first episodes is really strong.
Right.
Of like we know we are, or the protagonist is the only person that knows that this alien is here, and he's sort of torn between like entertaining this alien guy out of fear of what he might do if he rejects him, and at the same time also knowing that he has these own unrequited feelings toward his friends that he's indulging in by entertaining this alien and sort of trying to fill that hole. So in his head also sort of pretending like nothing's wrong, but also knowing that there's this looming truth underneath that is going to show up in some unsettling way at some point.
So is it only the main character that knows about the replacement?
Yes, there are suggestions. I guess that there are other characters around this village that know that there's something going on, not necessarily with this particular person, but more like people disappearing in the mountains and coming back, and strange.
Yeah, because that becomes the next question, right? It's like, how many have been replaced, and is there a way to tell? Like that's what made Summertime so like insidious. It's like, okay, this has been going on for years. How many of these people are actually real people?
I'm not even certain that's where it's going, because they also talk about like a singular mountain spirit or something. So it's implied that there's only one.
Oh, okay.
It's more like people. I think there's at least in episode 2 one moment where a woman that seems to suggest that, or she like warns people about like a strange presence in the mountains, and she disappears. So there is some sense of like, okay, maybe as long as we entertain this alien, it's fine, but we shouldn't let Shimmer through that we know what's going on, because then he might just fuck us up. And so that's sort of walking the line of like, to what extent is he malevolent or benevolent?
Right.
And to what extent is he willing to let people know his true nature?
Right. I'm not convinced to start it yet, but I'll be interested to hear in the retro.
It's very solid in the setup so far. Like it hits all the beats of like at its foundation, this unsettling presence of the character, but also this underlying unrequited love story that and the weird way in which these mix. It's all very solid as a foundation that it could be a very, very good like horror mystery type thing.
Yes. You know what's crazy? Summertime Render was 3 years ago.
I try not to think about that.
We still haven't recorded that podcast.
I still haven't fucking finished it.
That was a great show. Can't believe she's not in Death Stranding 2. That character.
What?
Ushio? What's his name? Kojima likes her. So really? why isn't she in Death Stranding too? Like all the other things he likes, like Usada Picora.
Well, there are things that Kojima likes, and then there are things that Kojima like really likes. Like, does he actually wear shirts of that girl like he does for the Lycra Recoil girls?
Probably, yeah. I would imagine.
I haven't seen him.
Anyway.
I'm a Hideo Kojima expert
yes.
now because he's such an inspiration to me.
Next. Taco. It's taco time. It's Taco P.
Speed break?
I don't know what this is.
It's the show. Whoops assured me that it's big this season, and then he was like, "Oh, just watch the first episode." I was like, "Okay," and then first episode is 37 minutes.
I forgot about that.
But I didn't stop because it's fucking wild. It's crazy.
Yeah. This is like it's like 6 episodes, but the first one is a double, so it's I guess 7 episodes in length.
It's also a bit of a mood shift from all the other shows. This is dark,
grim.
Grim.
It's very grim.
Yes.
It's from the first episode, it sets up this very dark situation of basically a person at the lowest point that you can think of, like the worst bullying you can imagine, while also having like a terrible home life.
What's her name?
This alien.
What is the character's name?
Shizuka.
Shizuka, yeah. This 4th grader who her mom is an escort, dad is gone, they live in poverty, and she gets like relentlessly bullied at school.
Yes.
Just not a life you most people would want.
And this alien creature from the planet called Happy or something that's basically comes on Earth with the task of spreading joy and tries to turn this life around, but inevitably only makes things worse.
Because it's very naive. Like the Taco P is the name of this. Gets named that because its actual name you can't pronounce, and it looks like a squid. So Taco, and it's from Planet Happy or whatever. So Taco P. It's just this beam of relentless optimism, but with no like context for anything or no experience with anything. So just the most naive ball of joy you've ever seen, and it leads to some unfortunate outcomes, but also has a camera that can rewind time. So that's nice. that comes in handy a couple times. And you just in the first episode you get to see Takobi like try all these things to help her situation, and just gradually becoming more and more like himself blackpilled to the harsh reality of this character's life. It's brutal.
Yeah, and it's very much. I've seen 3 episodes, and it's very much a continuing downward spiral.
Just get worse and worse.
It just gets worse and worse, to the point where it feels like it's doing it for the sake of it, which is kind of my worry with the show.
It's just misery porn. How bad can it get?
That's sort of where I'm at 3 episodes, where it's just like, okay, you already created a situation that's so bad that it's just barely believable, I guess. And then you are just piling it on and piling it on and piling it on and doubling it.
Like you'd think it couldn't get worse than where it got after the first 10 minutes. But it like the more is revealed about the background of her and like this just asshole bully. Like by the end you're like, oh, fuck, are they gonna make me feel bad for the bully too? And they kinda start doing that, but then again we've just seen the bully do some pretty fucked up things.
Yes.
It's like, what is her problem? And then at the end of episode 1, you're like, oh, that's her problem.
Yeah, and so I don't know to what extent this is like such a doomer black pill show that the only thing it's going to end up doing is just make things worse and worse and worse until, I don't know, everyone's like dead or something.
Right.
Because that's what it feels like at like 3 episodes in, where it's just like, okay, clearly all of these characters are already broken, and we are putting a character with like relentless optimism in this show, and we're just gonna make a point of it by breaking that character too.
yeah, the show is really about like breaking down this really happy squid to the point where he himself like was frozen in fear at some point. It's like, well, shit. Maybe things are just bad for Shizuka. Maybe it will never get better. I'm sure it will. Like, they'll find some way, but goddamn, they have stacked the deck against her. It's insane.
Like, it's the you have like this there's this one like porn dojin, right? That's famous for like just being the worst fucking scenario.
Oh yeah. What's it called? Like, Metamorphosis.
Yes.
Yeah, the famous one with the glasses.
Like, obviously it's not porn, but it has a sense of that where she's gonna
like how could it possibly get worse? Oh, they found a way.
And right now, 3 episodes in, I'm still kind of at the point like, okay, first it's pushing it so far that I don't know if any point it's going to try to make with it other than everything's awful is gonna land. Like, if it's gonna like turn something around or have some like lesson about suffering within this. I don't know if it's going to be able to achieve that when it's reached this excessively grim point at 3 episodes in.
Yeah, I don't really see. I mean, I guess that's why it might be good. It's like I don't see how you turn it around because you have this time loop thing going on, but the reset point is so deep in. It's like there's nothing you can fix from that point in time that would. Like all the stuff that's led to how things have already happened. You can't go further back.
How are you in terms of spoilers? Like, are you for the show? Would you mind some spoilers for 2 or 3 just for the sake of discussion?
I'm okay with like mild spoilers.
So the time loop thing is not like a core part of the series. It's not like the essence of it is going through the same loop and trying to find the loop that works. It like goes a different direction in that.
Okay, well, that's nice. But it's like, yeah, it deals with a lot of like domestic violence, suicide. It's just, God, it's bleak. It's bleak, man.
yeah, and that's sort of where at the point where it's now, if it's going for the whole, we're just gonna make things worse and worse, and it's doom or black pilled. Let's just create the lowest point we can get, and I'm not sure what point it's trying to make with that. I guess none. It's just suffering for the sake of it, which is, I guess, some kind of vibe that might be appealing to some. I feel like it's pushing it a little too far.
Also, it has a very unique art style. Like, it looks great.
Yeah, it looks very good. The animation's very good, but also has this like very rough line work and this slightly distorted style.
Rough line work, but not badly drawn line work. Like, it's squiggly, I guess, on purpose. It's like the taco pea isn't. It's just a perfect ball.
Yes.
With little arms. I guess it's like, it's an artistic tool to show that things are not right. It's unstable. Everything is uneasy, so it's presented squiggly. Maybe. Who knows? It's art. Could be fucking anything. Maybe the artist is just shaky. No one knows.
But yeah, it does look very good.
Animation is great too. Like, it does look like a movie. Yes. I don't know if it keeps doing. I mean, I'm assuming it keeps doing that because it's an ONA. It's only 6 episodes, so they have the time to, make it look great.
Yeah, it keeps looking pretty good. But where I'm at now, I'm interested in where it might go. But for what I'm seeing it as, I just don't think there's any endpoint from where it's at now that I can be sold on. Because like I said, either it's just gonna push it towards the bottom further and further until it's the worst possible thing you can imagine, and then I'm just wondering why.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna have like some turnaround from this low point and some message about like how can you get through the lowest point in your life, or how can you find hope no matter how bad things get.
Right.
Which like. And I don't know how it's gonna achieve that. It's just, it doesn't feel plausible considering the situation it creates.
Like, even after I've only seen episode 1, and at the end of that, I'm like, damn, this is bad. How can it get worse? But apparently it gets worse, so that's gonna be exciting to see. So that's cool. I will keep going. I watched the first 37-minute episode. Might as well grab the next. It's only half as long.
It's not that long, and at the very least, it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. Even if it completely fails to stick the landing, it's going to be, I guess, interesting to see why.
Well, at that point, it'll be a funny train wreck, and that's also content. Okay, enough about sad children. Maybe
Speaking of train wrecks,
Silent Witch.
Oh, that's not a train wreck.
Did you say enough about sad children and then introduced Silent Witch?
I said enough about sad children, and then I remembered this is up. But then I don't know anything about this, so I don't know if that was if that's applicable. Silent Witch. Why is she? Who's this witch, and why is she silent?
So this Silent Witch. So this is witch in the sense that she is just basically a female magician, and as is a magician, no hats involved in this.
God,
unfortunately,
damn! Another witch show, no hat.
Yeah, witch in the traditional sense, I guess. And the silent part of her name comes from the fact that she can do magic without doing incantations, which is not supposed to be possible.
Just like Rudius from Mushoku Tensei.
Yes, except fortunately this main character is not a goon. So
yeah, I was about to say that's the only way she's similar to Rudius. Luckily. I've watched 8 minutes of this, so I can't say much about it. So Moz, you have to take the lead on this one.
I don't have much to say about it either. Why'd you only?
You just cut out for me. I don't know if that's.
Why'd you only watch 8 minutes of it?
Because Thanks for that. Because I wasn't interested in it, I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
The first 8 minutes is just her being in her little witch hut, and a guy comes over and they talk some shit about her being like the baddest bitch because she can cast spells without using words, and then it reveals that she can cast spells without using words because she's so awkward that she wasn't able to speak up when she was in magic school, so she just studied her own type of magic, and it was really dry, and I didn't really care for her as a character when that seemed to be, from what I saw, fans talking about the main appeal of the show. And I didn't really feel like having a magic school or like magic academy or whatever it is setting anime. So then I dropped it because I was just like, okay, I struggle to find anything that interests me in the show.
You were like, I've already seen this. It's called Mushoku Tensei, and I much better.
Well, Mushoku Tensei, it's just it's a series about someone who is youngish. It's a teenage young adult series. The main character is 16. She's very introverted and kind of weird. Not weird in like a in like a I don't know, controversial way. Just just weird in that she doesn't deal with people too well.
She's weird in that she's a criminal. And
what I imagine that this series is meant to be really long and also very slow with its development. Like maybe it'll turn out that she has a very long adventure and becomes very accomplished, and this series has like 100 volumes and all that. It's like a very epic tale. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I don't want to say this show has no personality necessarily, because it's not like it's bad, but I did think it doesn't have a whole lot that stands out so far. I will say that. I don't want to come off negative about it necessarily, because I didn't dislike it.
See, that's the sense I got as well, but it's weirdly popular. People like the protagonist girl a lot. She's like a Hitori Bocchi type social awkward mess, I guess.
Oh yeah.
People seem to gravitate. Sure. People seem to gravitate towards that.
A Bocchi like.
If you want like a fantasy show with a Bocchi like protagonist, that's also apparently like the top 10 most powerful mages in the kingdom or something, then I guess she's a cutie patooey. So yeah, I guess that's just a show. It's like slice of life / slow plot development academy show with a silent bocce like witch as the protagonist. That's the sense I got from it, and I wasn't really down for that, I guess, but it seems to be doing pretty well.
He's got a funny black cat.
Are those the two most like opposite character archetypes you can think of? Is a Bocchi like and a Zenitsu like?
Bocchi girl and Zenitsu boy, the two.
Can I make it any more obvious?
We need. That's the romance anime we need.
Yeah. Do we?
Is there any show that's anywhere close to that? I can't think of anything.
No.
There's gotta be right.
Gotta be something. I guess that's like if you flip the genders in Dress Up Darling, that would be what it was.
But are you saying Marin is Zenitsu like?
If she was a boy, then she would be, yes.
I don't know if I can.
Extroverted, loud, horny.
Maybe a Haran-san.
But the guy isn't that.
I know, but he does have he has a loud mind at least.
I get it. He overthinks things, but he's not like screaming, crying, shitting, throwing up.
That's the closest I think that dynamic has come into a romance series.
I guess. All right. That's it for the main.
We're done with this.
We're done with the shows that more than one person has watched. So now it's just the one that I have watched, and I haven't even watched it because I'm not gonna, because I read it, and it fucking sucks. And it's Kaiju number 8.
Oh.
Season 1.
This is another sequel, right?
This is also a sequel. It's Kaiju number 8 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second season.
Number 8, number 2. First season, I kind of liked. Like it felt like a fresh take because it's like this not middle-aged, some in his 30s shonen protagonist. It's not like middle-aged. Middle-aged is like 50s.
That's middle-aged.
Why is that middle-aged? You don't die at 70.
Middle-aged is like 40, right?
Yeah, it's like 40 to 50. Okay, sure. Middle-aged, ancient, one foot in the grave protagonist. Like he has aspirations to join this corps of like monster fighters, but he knows he's old and he keeps trying anyway. And so he gets blessed / cursed with this like great powers and great responsibility, whatever. Season 1 was fun. It looked nice, felt fresh in a way. And then it finished, and I was like, I want more of this. So I read it, and it's bad. It fucking sucks. And it's
what broke it?
What broke it is the
what went wrong?
Structure of the story. Have you seen Venom 2? Let There Be Carnage?
No.
That movie doesn't have a middle. And this series also doesn't have a middle. It's like if you take the hero's journey and you cut out the middle, you just get this thing that feels rushed and is not very engaging. And that's what Kaiju number 8 became.
Because like once it starts, it feels like it gets started and then it just suddenly
ends. Then suddenly final boss over. It's like there was no in the middle, like what you want in a good story like this. It's not like My Hero Academia, for all its faults, has a structure in the middle as well. It doesn't just go from barely beating Stain and then straight to duking it out with One for All for One.
Yeah.
He doesn't just go straight to the final boss. That's what happens in Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. Is like they fuck around.
I love this is the movie that we're specifically using.
This is the movie we're specifically using because it's the only case I can think of where like it just feels like the middle is missing. It just goes straight to like first and only encounter with Carnage. That is just where the movie ends. Like usually in a story like this, there will be some kind of middle encounter with the enemy where you just barely scrape by and you figure out you have to get stronger and you have to make a plan. But no, in Kaiju, that's just it just happens in the middle, and then they drag out that fight for the last half of the series, and it fucking sucks. And it enters like the meme of Dragon Ball, where for full episodes they would just be charging up and shouting. Dragon Ball doesn't actually do that in the manga. The manga is very fast paced. The manga for Kaiju number 8, that is what they do. Like, they will spend literally 2 chapters covering just one punch. And and for a manga that updated monthly, that does not fly.
That's crazy.
And I feel like I don't think it was supposed to end there. I feel like the guy who wrote it got a memo in the middle of that fight that, okay, you have 30 chapters to wrap this up. Because the endings, it came very suddenly that it's like this mushroom guy. I think we even see him in episode 1. Like, he's about, and you get the sense that he's like the middle manager kind of thing for the villains. Like, he's just like, he's the Starscream. He spies and he plots. But it was, I never got the feeling that he would be, I guess, a huge spoiler for Kaiju number 8, but I don't care because it's bad. You shouldn't watch it. You should not get invested like I did. Don't fuck up like I did. Or do. It's not very long, the manga. Like, it's out. It's finished. And it's not very long. So there's all this, like, character stuff. They're supposed to hang out with the core, and he has the white-haired friend, and there's, like, this tsundere, twin tail, whatever. And they just end up spending no time together because suddenly the middle fight became the last fight, and suddenly the series was just over, and they had spent so much time covering this one not very good fight. And it kind of opened my eye to something, like, people will make fun of something like Solo Leveling for good reason too. That it's just like, it's hype moments and aura, and that's all it is. And that is all it is. But that is not just a thing you plug in like an After Effects thing. It's not like you click the button and then it's cool. It actually takes effort, is what this showed me. Because Kaiju number 8 wants to have that so bad, and it doesn't. It simply doesn't land. Like, it fulfills the checklist of every shonen trope you've ever heard, and in the end, it amounts to nothing. All this to say, 7 out of 10, big recommend.
All right.
No, it's bad. Don't watch this. Okay, that was my rant.
I'll probably watch it someday.
Episode. It's great. You should.
Is that what we're ending on?
Yes.
After all that?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's fucking great. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 Labubu's. It's awesome. Now, Moss, tell us about these 5 things that you're the only one who's seeing.
Oh my god, what's the first one?
Necronomico no Cosmic Horror Show. Then there's
best anime of all fucking time. This is the best. Necronomicon is the best show ever. I just watched this on a whim. I just kind of saw it on the chart, and I'm like, this looks kind of fun and nice. It turns out it's the newest iteration of Mirai Nikki. I'm so good at randomly finding the newest iteration of Mirai Nikki. Is this tailored to all of my interests all at once?
Is this the show you posted a picture of that's like a death game kind of thing?
Yes.
You die in the game, you die for real. I was wondering why you were watching it, because looking at the list, there's like, on any list, this was way far down. It's like, how did you find this?
Yes. By looking at it.
Great. We should all do that sometimes.
So this is the adaptation of Real Account that I asked for all the way back in 2014. Real Account is a manga that I was introduced to by a YouTuber I watched at the time. And it was basically Sword Art Online, but it was social media themed. And I thought it was very interesting because back at that time, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff that was actually depicting the internet and social media in like a convincing way, so to speak, which is crazy to think about now because social media is fucking everything. But like adults didn't get it back then, even in 2014. So seeing something that was covering that stuff with some amount of realism was really impressive to me, and I was like, wow, this would always be a really popular anime, and it never got adapted, which still blows my mind to this day. Anyway, I say this because this is an anime that's a death game that's kind of social media themed. Although sort of, it's a live streamer themed. So these basically aliens are taking over. Well, not taking over. They're getting these live streamers, and they're taking over their bodies and the people, and they're just getting people to play games for fun. It's all for funsies. It's actually so great. It's both extremely ridiculous and simple, and like it's one of those things where you could probably point out a lot of things that wouldn't make a lot of sense in the real world logically. You could do that if you're a fucking nerd, but if you're like me and you just want to see fun things happen, that's what the series aims to do. It just has a lot of fun things happen. The first episode, they all turn into Fall Guys characters and they have to play Fall Guys. And if they die in the Fall Guys game, then they die in real life
for real seas.
Yeah. I watched this earlier. I watched this like 30 minutes ago. It's just a lot of fun. It's stylistically awesome because it's very low lit and or neon. It's got a little bit of analog horror elements to its game. The OP fucking rules. It's the coolest OP ever. The main character is an edgy misanthrope who wants to kill the people responsible for fucking up all this shit because they had an extremely hot girlfriend whose body has now been possessed by one of these aliens who is now walking around as like some sexy alien insect monster thing. And she's great. Everything's great. Everything about this series is the coolest thing ever. I don't fucking know. I just posted a bunch of screenshots in Discord, and I hope that would convince somebody that it's the greatest show ever.
It does look interesting.
It's very interesting. It's so fun. It's so good.
All right.
What's next?
How do you feel about Grand Blue 2?
Grand Blue fucking sucks, dude. So Grand Blue, I was willing. So Grand Blue is my favorite manga of all time.
Yes.
I haven't kept up with it in a really long time, but I was super into it in the late 2010s. Before the anime came out, after the anime came out, and I was defending the first season of the anime. It was very contentious because it wasn't well made, but I really do think that the hate for it was exaggerated because people will talk about it as if it was like one of the worst adaptations ever, and I just don't think it was that bad. Like it wasn't well made, but it wasn't like a train wreck level production, and it didn't ruin. It
did get a lot of hate at the time.
It did, but I think it was just people being a little bit mean to it. This season, on the other hand, looks like complete fucking shit. Like they didn't even try. The timing with all the jokes is off. It just doesn't. It like none of it is funny anymore. The jokes feel really slow and honestly dated. I can't believe 2018 feels dated now, but Grand Blue really makes me think, wow, this is just not that fun anymore.
Oh,
I guess.
That reminded me, another thing that I forgot about Kaiju number 8 is that it looks like shit now. First season was like okay, serviceable, now it looks like hot garbage. Anyway, continue.
So Grand Blue, I don't like anymore. Well, I don't like the anime anymore. I'll have to come back to the manga. It's been a while since I've been reading the manga. But yeah, I dropped this.
Right.
So no more Grand Blue anime.
Always.
Why did they bring this back? Why did they come back to Grand Blue 7 years later?
I don't
just
know.
To make it a worse adaptation.
Just to make it bad.
Make it look terrible.
One may ask themselves why they did that with The Devil is a Part-Timer. They also made a second season of that, and it looked like fucking garbage.
Yeah, third season.
Third season? Yeah. All right.
What else do I have?
Sakamoto Days 2.
Sakamoto Days is great. It's just a continuation of Sakamoto Days, which is a good show.
It is a good show.
Funny. Another one that I was saying where the consequences of it seems like it's absurd and ridiculous, but it still tries to make sense of everything that it does. And that's great. Yeah.
I mean, I will
Nothing new to say.
Subscribe to the notion that Sakamoto Days is a good show. I stopped watching I don't remember what I rated the first season. I kind of lost interest by the end. And that's the reason I haven't picked up Sakamoto Days 2.
Yeah, same for me. I didn't dislike the parts I saw of Sakamoto Days, but
Right.
I also weirdly felt no drive to watch any more of it.
Yeah, I liked the gag for the first, I don't know, half. Then I just didn't really feel much about the latter half, so I have not felt inspired to pick up season 2. Right. The next show you have is
I just hope that they make a spin-off series about that one couple from the first season, because they were the best characters of all time.
They work great. Like the guy who put like bullets in his hand or something, like canisters.
Yeah,
what
was his name? Like Hard or something?
I think his name was just like Rock Hard or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a cool
Boiled, that was his name.
Boiled.
Obiguro and Boiled.
Yeah, they were cool. Okay, your next show is Gotcha.
Oh my god, wait, Boiled in the anime was voiced by fucking ProZD. That's hilarious.
Nice. Gachiakuta.
Gachafuta.
Gachakuta.
This is also actually, I was going to say this is the greatest show of all time. This is an interesting one where it's really easy to find ways where I think this could be better, but I do still like the vibe of it overall. So this is Made in Abyss, but it was not made by a pedophile, instead by a guy who listens to a lot of hardcore metal.
What?
So
whoa, let's not throw shit. Let's not makes unsubstantiated claims about the author of Made in Abyss. It's not like he has said anything that
I've never heard a sentence that I need more time to process. I don't even know what to imagine.
What? Okay. Anyway. Gachiakuta. Yeah. So it starts off with there's a society that has these two very, very separate areas, I guess. There's like the main society, which is supposed to be super clean and proper and elegant or whatever, and then there's the other side of town, which is just a shitty slum. And so the main character, long story short, he gets framed for killing his caretaker, essentially, and all the dirty, smelly criminals of this world get thrown into the pit. That's what happens to this guy. He gets thrown into the pit.
Not the pit.
And into the pit is just a bunch of trash and a bunch of giant trash monsters. And he's just like, all right, what the actual fuck? And that's the show.
Nice. It's ranking pretty high on any list. It's like third most. And that's crazy because I haven't seen anything sharing anything about it.
Yeah, I've seen nothing about this.
Who's it by? It's Bones.
Yeah. Oh, is it Studio Bones? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, they're so back.
Bones Film.
Is that different from Bones?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's Studio Bones, but it's the studio that's committed to their long-running series.
They're making Scoot season 2.
Yeah, nice. It's a new division of Bones that opened up recently to commit to.
Oh, and Vigilante, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, so like this is the studio that's going to handle My Hero Academia.
Oh
Bungo
shit!
Stray Dogs.
Oh man,
they said they'll come back to doing Noragami at some point after a decade. So I guess that's so I guess that means they'll commit to more than one season of this, which is great.
Nice.
It's already slated for 24 episodes.
Yup. I might check this out. This sounds cool, and I'm happy to see it's the same Bones as Vigilante.
It's a lot of fun. I will say, like, the writing of it isn't great. It's a lot of characters explaining the dialogue very conveniently. Like, oh, you're this character, and you are responsible for doing this. Like, before the guy gets framed for murder, there's like a random NPC who's like, oh, you can't trust this guy because his father was responsible for this, which is why this happened. And it's like, shit like that.
Because his dad.
But I do really like
sold me cold soup before, and that makes him an asshole.
But I guess like the general ideas of this series are really cool. I love the general society, the way it's set up. I love the idea of the pit. I love this, just like what the world has been presented as so far. The stylings and all that. The character himself, the main character, is really fun so far. And also, this series, this marks an ending of a long-running phase of my life where I've essentially completed a list that, well, not a list necessarily. Basically, so the OP of this anime is by Pale Dusk, which is one of my favorite Japanese metal bands of all time, but they had never done an anime song until now. And this is the last band that I'm aware of that I'm like really enthusiastic of that had not been in an anime before and is now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah, like I got into anime, and it got me into a lot of Japanese anime, or a lot of Japanese music beyond anime.
Right.
And so now a lot of the stuff that I got into outside of anime is now part of anime. So yeah, I don't have any other Japanese bands that I'm like really into that don't have any more anime songs. I'm sure there will be at some point. I'll find more, but
sure. That's
bittersweet ending. Right.
And
it's a fucking coolest OP ever, and I'm so happy about it. It sounds as weird as it looks, which is great, because this band is one of the weirdest bands of all time.
Okay, cool. And your last one is Night of the Living Cat.
Night of the Living Cat. It's a zombie apocalypse anime, except instead of turning into zombies, they turn into cats. And the way they turn into cats is they succumb to how adorable cats are.
Nice. Oh man, I would fold in 2 seconds.
And so the main character, he is a guy who is trying to survive and also revert people, I guess, in this zombie cat apocalypse. Or the Nyan apocalypse, as it is called officially.
Do they get all their stuff from the Amazon?
Following the influence of Sunny Boy, the greatest anime of the 2020s. So this guy, he's just trying. I guess he's just trying to resolve the Nyan apocalypse, but he's also trying to do so without harming any of the cats. I'm not really sure where this series is actually going, but obviously it's a wonderful time. I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's an apocalyptic anime, except it's with cats. And so obviously it's ridiculous and goofy, and it's trying to be a little, serious about it, but yeah, like it's what it sounds like.
Might have to look this up as well. See, this is why my list of shows going into these, it's getting shorter and shorter. It's because I want to save space for the ridiculous shit you all are watching.
Yeah,
definitely checking this out.
Yeah, if you like cats, this doesn't disappoint, because it's obviously by someone who really likes cats.
You're stupid. Of course I like cats. Everybody likes
it
cats.
Goes into a lot, it really goes into the appeal of why cats are fun.
God, I mean, you just watch funny YouTube videos of cats all day, and then
we'll be safe in this room. The cats can't get into the holes. Oh no! The cats can get into the small hole in the wall.
They squeezed through because cats can just become liquid.
How is this possible?
Yeah. All right. That was the Moss list, and then we have 3 more. All whoops.
So all me.
Kaoru Hana.
Yeah, this is also a bigger show this season that I primarily picked up because I saw it was getting some traction. It's like doing a weird modern Romeo and Juliet thing, except they're high schoolers and they're living in like adjacent high schools, one of which is for the rich girls and one of which is for the delinquent boys.
Didn't they already do this? Wasn't it called Boarding School Juliet?
It's very much in that same line. And the girl is like I guess if I want to describe it in some way, like the typical like moe blob, marshmallow fluff, cinnamon roll girl, and the dude's just like a chill guy. And that's the show, I guess. But the main thing that's weird about it is that they really overemphasize this weird. It really over-insists on this weird class disparity thing.
Class wars.
Yeah, where it's like almost cartoonish in how much it pushes, like, oh, these people shouldn't be together. This is taboo because she's rich and she goes to the nice school, and he's a delinquent and he goes to the shitty school next door.
He was
the
a
girl
punk.
lives in.
She did ballet.
Yeah.
What more can I say?
She was a Hitari Goto girl. He was a Zenitsu boy.
She was a Bochi like, and yeah. God
well,
damn.
he's not as he's they are both pretty chill and they do have some chemistry, which is nice. But the main thing I just want to talk about is this weird, like the girl lives in this, or the girls' school is like this giant palace-like building. Then the boys' school is just this concrete slab of nothing where only delinquents and criminals live.
It's the pit from Gazi.
Yeah,
and it's doing the whole Romeo and Juliet thing of like all the girls are super snobby and hate men, and all the guys are super delinquent and hate women.
And also hate men.
And
it's
themselves,
like,
yeah.
It's like we are defying society's norms that only exist within this show and are in no way resembling reality.
Right.
So yeah, I mostly picked it up because I saw it was popular, and I very much get the sense that it's.
Isn't this just Romeo and Juliet?
Yes, it's just popular because the girl's really cute, I guess.
And the guy is 10 feet tall.
The guy's 10 feet tall, and he's just like a tall, chill guy.
It's a guy in finance, 6 foot, blue eyes.
it's like Oremonogatari-ish, I guess.
Okay.
Except that the tall guy's not really a goof, and he's more a delinquent type. But it's sort of in that stretch of shows. So that's that. I don't have much to say about it. It's an okay romance with a weird class construct thing or built around it to sort of create a Romeo and Juliet type situation that it doesn't really need to.
All right.
Because Ruri no Osaki.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say I just found out that this is by Studio Bind, and that makes sense because it's about a thick minor.
What? A thick minor. The girl with the huge stitches is college age.
The profession, not the felony.
Oh, I see.
Studio Bind makes what's it called? Mushoku Tensei.
Right. Studio Bind also makes Onimai.
Yep.
Both
they have a type.
Yes. This show is not particularly sexual. But it does have one girl.
But it does have that one woman.
Yeah, it has the one woman that like teaches the protagonist girl about rocks, and she has the most gravity-defying tits I've ever seen. They are like horizontal, jutting out straight from her chest, and her shirt, like her shirt, makes no sense because it basically like fully tightly wraps around her body in a way that would only make sense if there is like a giant boob sack on her shirt for her boobs to fall into, which is a little weird. But
have you never seen those?
It's
in real life.
It's what
you never seen those in real life?
No.
The shirts with boobs cut into boob pockets.
But that's what it is. Like if you look at the picture I sent in the for like the images for the
I mean I've seen pictures of this woman
like
for good reason.
Boob, like a weird boob sack on her shirt. But that's not the most notable thing about the show. The most notable thing, I guess, is two things. One is that it looks insanely good, which I guess you get if you get Studio Bind.
Yes, Studio Bind makes like visually, it's fucking quality what they make.
This show looks ridiculously good, which is one thing, and the other thing is that this show does a weird thing where it's trying to be really realistic and educational about like geology and finding rocks and how rocks tell you something about like history and nature and sediment and earth layers and stuff, which is genuinely kind of interesting if you have any sort of interest in earth science, I guess.
If you're a stoner.
But then like most of the episode is built if you're a stoner, if you're a rock lady. So it does that really quite well. Like the main girl or like the little girl is just like goes into it because she just like shiny things and likes is too poor to buy them, or her mom won't let her buy them, and she's kind of a brat, but she learns to appreciate the rocks not just for like shiny click clack objects worth money, but also for what they tell you about geology and science and stuff, which is kind of cool. And the tall girl with the big tits is like a PhD researcher, and also kind of is a nice little look into like research, which she kind of manages to convey decently well.
Okay.
So it's kind of realistic in that sense, and it sort of builds up to these nice things about learning to appreciate rocks for not just how they look and what they could be worth, but also
for their mouthfeel,
their scientific value. But then every episode also insists on ending with like the most insane, over the top find. So they just spend an entire episode like they just like panning, and they find small bars of gold, and they explain like how it floats down river, and then that's all pretty nice and just vibes and educational, and then it just ends with the main girl finding a piece of gold the size of her fist.
Oh my god!
It's like that's worth so much money, and the show just like it pretends like that's part of the hobby.
Oh no!
Like, yeah, you just
main character. That's depleted uranium. Don't pick that up.
Like just an insane jump from like the tiniest rocks that you need to find with like a magnifying glass and learning to appreciate those, to just like, yeah, you just found a rock that's worth like $1,500 fucking dollars. Or like in the first episode, they just sort of go into a walk looking for crystals, and they just end up in a wall that's like building size that's entirely made of crystals. Which makes no fucking sense for a show that's trying to be educational about rocks.
Right.
So that's such a weird combination of things, where it's like building up to appreciating the small things, but it also tries to make everything spectacular and sensational.
I have one, like, how much is she in it? The hot lady.
She's a main character.
Oh fuck yeah!
And she's not that hot because her proportions are so ridiculous that it just doesn't feel real.
Well,
it's like
I'll be the judge.
Hang on, post this character in chat. I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about. I need to see a picture for myself.
Let me find a screenshot.
Let me be the judge.
I can find it. I posted one picture of her, which is like a slightly
but you gotta get below the waist
directly from the side.
But you gotta get below the waist as well, because it's like mom jeans, huge ass.
Yeah, she has like mom. That's also like she has a profession where she's constantly like delving through rock and on her knees, but her jeans are the tightest thing I've ever seen. I'll post it in the.
See, Studio Pint knows what's up.
Like there's one picture Laura sent like directly from the side where you can see
this?
Her shirt just makes no sense. Like how does that shirt work?
Yeah. I'm not watching this.
It's ridiculous.
I am watching this because then I'll learn about rocks. It's edutainment.
But also like just an example of like the scope of like crystal things they find is insane. Let me find a little screenshot. Like you can't spend like 15 minutes being about like being on your knees digging through dirt to find the tiniest crystals worth nothing, and then talking about how it's not the monetary value or the spectacle that matters, but the scientific value.
It's the friends you made along the way.
And then by the last 4 minutes, they just find like 100,000 crystals embedded in a mountain. Like that picture that you put up first of the girl with the tit. I guess I'm behind.
Looks more reasonable.
But the one directly from the side is
the other one you posted is actually ridiculous. But I would assume she doesn't look like that all the time.
Yes. Any side angle shot, she looks like that. It's not like a distorted, poorly drawn picture, because the production is insane. That's just what she looks like.
Well. Even better.
She's also always wearing exactly that.
Well, that's
some
just
people just look like that. That's okay.
That's just anime. Like they give
You can still be a good person even if you look like that.
Right. It's like that's just what anime do. It's like they give a character one outfit, even though it's like it makes sense when it's a uniform. But this is just like her clothes. She could be wearing anything.
Yes.
And that's kind of that's kind of the cool thing about like Dandadan and Dress Up is that the leading ladies actually have wardrobes. They change outfits.
I love that. I love shows that do that. And this I guess she does that with the other girl, but she's just the tits girl is always just in her like custom made
tits girl. She has a name, window. You know.
Oh, I hate the head shapes in this.
And her name is Nagi.
I hate the way their faces look.
Voiced by Asami Sato. I feel like I know that name. Isn't that someone famous?
But aside from those main two things, which is the weird body proportions.
Honestly, this doesn't even look that the proportions don't bother me that bad. At least not in this picture.
It depends on the picture. It's
only this podcast would be talking about this for fucking 30 minutes.
All right, talk about the last show as well.
Sure.
Ame Tokimi To.
Yeah, I think it's like Me, You, and the Rain or something. That's what it translates you to. It's just a very chill, pretty office lady with zero social skills finding a
just like me for real.
finding a tanuki on the street, and she thinks it's a dog because
just like me for real.
And just being a very slow burn slice of life about pet ownership. She thinks it's a dog, even though it's not a dog.
It's a raccoon dog.
Sure, but
that is
she finds it on the streets and sort of feels she's like a lonely rider, and she just adopts this tanuki dog.
That is what they're called in English, right? A tanuki is a raccoon dog.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think that's what they translate it as.
I have no idea.
But it's like genuinely very very chill as a show. The very low key energy, Yashike slow burn thing, but very atmospheric and very nice, and also actually weirdly gets at the core feeling of taking care of a pet and building a connection with it. Even though the pet is able to communicate fully using writing, which is a very weird detail that they add onto the show. It's like she finds it on the street, and he's just sitting there writing a sign, "Take me home, I'm a dog," which shouldn't work. But
if he says he's a dog, then who am I to?
Yeah.
Who am I to question?
That's kind of like a weird joke that it throws in that should throw off the entire pet feeling, because it's like almost seems fully sentient, but it's weirdly able to make that work. Anyway,
is it perhaps a human who has turned into a tanuki?
It's not that level of intelligence, but
okay.
It has like 3.
But enough to write a sign
to communicate. Sure.
Like it knows a written language.
But yeah, it's just as someone who owns a pet with some level of intelligence, as a parrot, which I guess is comparable to a dog in level of intelligence.
Sure.
It does weirdly evoke nice feelings of pet ownership and bonding with a creature that you can't fully understand, but still hang out with and find some respite in. So I think it's just a very nice, slow burn, slice of life type show. That I do recommend for anyone who likes animals and likes really slow slice of life burn shows with pretty ladies and
animals.
I don't have that much else to say about it. It's just quite nice.
Okay. Well, I think that was every show. Not every show that airs, but every show that we have cared enough about to talk about, to cover.
The other shows are not good.
The rest are shit, objectively, because obviously none of us have cared to watch them.
I can't believe we're not talking about the new Bunny Girl anime, Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I don't care.
There's
I don't either.
like that's
It's
what
I could not care less.
that's like what I mean about this is big sequel season. It's like there's Dr. Stone, I think season 5. There's new Shield Hero. There's Rent a Girlfriend, Rascal Bunny Rabbit. All of these things have sequels, and none of us are watching
I
them.
completely forgot about that. I left that in the car a while ago. Oh, sorry. Hang on.
He forgot to mute. He left Bunny Girl in the car. I'm surprised actually scrolling through how many sequels there are that just have not reached me because I guess I'm just in the wrong fandom or something.
Right.
A couple of Cuckoo season 2. Wow, that's a wild show to get a second season.
Weren't we just talking about Couple of Cuckoos in the unreleased retrospective?
Yeah, I don't know why it came up.
I forget the context.
I guess just like weird. I think it was like in the context of like weird, not incestuous, but incestuous.
But kinda, but maybe, but sometimes.
Yeah. That's a weird show, and I didn't realize the first core was 24 episodes, and apparently I watched 24 episodes of that show.
Goddamn.
And then gave it a. That's insane. I don't know why.
I watched like 6 of that, and I'm like, why am I watching this?
Yeah, I guess I don't know why I watched. I mean, I guess 2022 was just a weird year,
right?
Or something.
That is
sequels.
That is such a weird sinking feeling when you're like, oh man, this is almost over. How many episodes is it? 12 or 13? And then you go check it, like 25. I was like, do I like it enough to watch it like for double the time I thought I was?
It's kind of crazy how many big sequels there are this season, and even the following.
These are like all huge franchises.
Like next season, we are getting the sequels for One Punch Man, Spy Family, and My Hero Academia, which is the final season. That's kind of insane. And Gintama spin-off. Like we are really living in the.
Is this when we revive Shah to come
era.
Talk about Gintama?
I don't even know what the spin-off is.
Back again.
Like
Gintama never dies.
Never dies. Did it finish? I have no idea. I don't follow Gintama.
Yeah, Gintama finished.
Okay, I mean, I feel like it was just something I could keep going forever. I don't know if the manga is done. I guess it is. Anyway, those were all the shows. What would you say are your top 3s?
Let's see. In no particular city, and Necronomicon, and Panty and Stalking, yeah.
I'll go City definitely on 1. Yeah, you can't get around that. I'm very much enjoying Food Court. Like that's like probably the one where it comes out. I'm just putting on it instantly because I'm always down for that, and I'm gonna savor those 6 episodes we get of it with all my heart. It's fucking great. And beyond that, I guess Call of the Night season 2 has surprised me with how much I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So that's definitely number 3 for me.
I'd probably go my number 1, Dandadan. It's basic, but I think that is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Although I feel like that the one Pit show could go up there. I haven't watched it at all, but I'm definitely gonna pick it up. That could be cool.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Dandadan for sure. Then probably City and Panty Stalking. I think that's my top 3.
I can't believe we have City and Panty and Stalking in the same season.
Yeah,
what a time to be alive.
Big comedy season, to be honest. I think 2 of the 3 of each of our top shows are comedies.
Yes.
As it should be.
As well it should be. Well, thank you everybody for watching, and thank you both of you for joining me once again. We have
happy to be
stuff coming out. Me and Bex talked about a movie. Probably guess what it is.
We talked about the extremely popular movie Kraven the Hunter.
We did that back in December, and then while recording for something else, he asked me if it was out. I said no, and then he forced me at gunpoint to finish it. so I did. You can listen to that if you want. It should have probably just stayed in the vault, but now it's out. Might as well. Like now we've talked about, I think, every Sony movie in the now defunct Sonyverse, deservedly so. It's actually crazy how you fumble the bag that is Spider-Man, and for no reason. Like, they could have had Spider-Man in every single movie. No one told them they couldn't. They just decided not to, and then they were all bad. Who knew that 6 movies about Spider-Man villains without Spider-Man in them would be a bad idea? That's fucking crazy.
Clearly, they were just going based off of the strength of the characters themselves.
And Madam Web, what
everybody knows.
Morbius and Madam Web, what fucking winners!
Yeah, everybody loves them. Morbius sweep.
Morbius sweep. They should put it out.
I
again.
still think Morbius memes are funny. By the way,
they are.
You're living in 2019.
I've just never stopped thinking that Morbius is funny. I've never stopped thinking that Jared Leto is funny.
It's a hilarious.
That guy's so fucking weird. It is. He will always be funny to me.
Yes. So yeah, we recorded a podcast about Superman that I'm editing. It'll be out soon. We did a retro for last season. That's still to come out.
Which will be out at some point.
At some point, maybe soon. Who knows?
Yeah, probably within the week.
Right. Okay. Nice. So that's what's in the pipeline. Thank you all for listening.
Mm-hmm.
And
among other things,
we will see you in 3 months when we do this again.
Yeah.
Have fun. Take care.
Bye.